Going on to my cancers. So you have the Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Lovers, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Sun. Okay. So the Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Not necessarily Four of Cups, not necessarily trying to compete for anyone's attention. If you try to make an effort to get to know somebody and they do not try to make an effort to try to get to know you back, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, you're obviously going to just respect their space, respect their time, and continue to speak to other people, get to know other people. And if they call you, where you manage to actually exchange numbers or give them your number, if they call you, great. If they don't, it is what it is. It's not going to stop you, Cancer Crabs, from getting to know other people. The Page of Pentacles, the Six of Wands. Again, you know, there's this emphasis on not allowing anything or anyone to stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. Very good. A lot of you Cancer Crabs have the correct mentality, you know. Try to see what kind of effort they pour into you. Now, just make sure, Cancer, that you're not asking for too much too soon. But as long as you're making an effort where, you know, you get their number, you exchange numbers with them, maybe they text you, and then you're like, hey, what's up? You're asking them questions to find out a little bit about themselves. And, you know, maybe even some of you Cancer Crabs are the one that's kind of setting the standard where you Cancer Crabs are like, hey, do you want to go hang out, such, regardless of what Cancer you are. You Cancer Crabs are basically like, hey, you know, do you want to hang out? And the person doesn't say, yeah, let's, you know, sure, let's hang out. Then again, a lot of you Cancer Crabs are just going to take that as, okay, cool. They're not interested, you know, like I said, and move forward. The Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, not tripping about it at all. Just will move forward and not take it personally, you know. Then you have the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. This is about, I will say that this speaks to the mentality of how you have that type of mentality. This speaks to how a lot of people some people have a problem with that, because the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, you know, then you have even the Five of Swords, you know, coming up after the Page of Wands. This just speaks to the general idea of how, you know, a lot of people will want you to kind of stick around, give them a little bit more attention. And again, a lot of you Cancer Crabs pretty much have the correct idea. No, if listen, you know, there's only so much trying to see what the person is about that anyone can essentially do. There is no such thing as when you come up, you know, when someone originally gets to meet you or they have an opportunity, they're basically making it difficult on you. And then when you actually go on, do your thing or whatnot, now all of a sudden the person wants you. There is none of that. They need to make a decision right then and there. If you're making an effort to get to know somebody, they have to make a decision. This idea of, well, I'm curving you or dubbing you now, I'm telling you no now, to wait to see what you're going to do within the next 6 months so I can make a claim to you or whatnot. It's like, nah, that's a dub. Because relationships, obviously, they don't work like that. So, you know, them even trying to be on it like that, where they're trying to see where you Cancer Crabs will go, you know, after they're not giving you any kind of effort to see if the two of you are actually compatible, That's a dub. So the Page of Wands and the Five of Swords represent, again, it's the same thing. How, so now that you Cancer crabs who has this new mentality, this new outlook on life of, again, not holding on to anything or to anyone. Here they go like clockwork. Now all of a sudden, they're interested in trying to see what you've got going on. And again, you Cancer crabs shouldn't have the time for this, you know, because it's so, that's so goofy. That's so weird that somebody will be interested in you 6 months, a year, sometime afterwards. And what I'm seeing here is that this is happening now, where, or recently, where a lot of you Cancer crabs just recently been through this, okay? Where before they wasn't interested, and it takes them, right? We're in the new year. We're basically in March. We're in the first quarter of the new year, right? First 3 months. We're in the first 3 months of the new year. Excuse me. Now, right? Almost 25% of the year is done, of the new year is done. They have an issue with this, right? Before, maybe, you know, you were trying to get to know them since last year, late last year. They were, you know, or at the beginning of the year, they hadn't, you know, they basically wasn't giving you any kind of answer. They wasn't showing you any kind of interest. Now all of a sudden they're showing you interest, right? But you know, it speaks to the same types of people that wasn't showing you interest. Now they are. So guess what it means? Now a lot of you Cancer crabs have to essentially leave them alone, because that was a whole rejection. How they didn't want to hang out with you when you Cancer crabs wanted to hang out with them. So the question is, why couldn't they do that before? And then the Sun card represents just that. The Sun card is about like how, you know, how a lot of you Cancer crabs, yeah, you're, you know, back then they didn't want you. Now you hot, they all on you. You know, it's the same, you know, same formula of what Mike Jones was talking about. And now you don't have time for them, because that's the stupidity of it all. It's these people are afraid of heartbreak. They don't want to put in any kind of work. They don't want to give up anything. They don't want to take a chance and get to know somebody, because they put these stupid ideas of, or projections, which is assumptions of what they think a relationship with somebody is going to be. And usually, not saying all the time, but usually they're way off, way off. And then now when the person essentially proves them wrong, now it's like, oh, that's the type of person that I like or whatever. And it's like, but you still being disingenuous, because at the end of the day, that person more than likely is still the same person who they were. It's just that this time they actually self-actualized, or in another sense, manifested what it is that they said that they was going to do, or what they wanted. But you didn't want to know these people back then, and they're the same person. So what's different now? What's different is now this person has all of this abundance and has all of this stuff. So what was the issue then? No, you didn't want to take your time to get to know somebody before they had all that stuff. You didn't want to go through. Part of it is you didn't want to go through the struggle of that type of stuff. You didn't want to deal with struggle of. So if you're behind, didn't want to deal with struggle of, why all of a sudden do you think you're entitled to get the world when you didn't want to struggle? That's how life works. That's what the pursuit of happiness that Will Smith played in was about. Going through that struggle so you can have those riches or whatnot. So if you don't go through the struggle, you ain't getting the squat. So let's clarify some of these cards. And a lot of you Cancer crabs know that, but it's just how, you know, it's just the stupid mentality that some people have. Let's clarify the Five of Swords. Let's clarify the Five of Swords. So the Six of Cups, yeah, See, Eight of Wands, then you have the World, and then you have the Hierophant. So let's go through this again. The Six of Cups that we have to clarify the Five of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the World, and then you have the Hierophant. So this pretty much proves everything that I was saying about how it is that they're coming back. I don't have to make this up. I did not pre-plan this. Listen, I didn't. They remember a few minutes ago when I said that here you are moving forward. Now it is that when you're doing your thing, speaking to other people, right? You're not thinking anything of it. These people didn't want to talk to you when they had an opportunity. Six of Cups. Now all of a sudden they're trying to come in, talk to you again because they're not hearing from you now. And see, the Eight of Wands in the World represents, again, some of you Cancer crabs may even style on them like, you had an opportunity. Some of you Cancer crabs may be playing stupid, like, what's up? Why now all of a sudden you into me? And the person's like, well, you up. People are, I'm telling you, people, this is the mentality that some people have. Like they don't hear themselves when they're like, well, but back then I didn't want you. Now you hot. I'm all on you, Why you acting like this? They Cancer crabs, with their little stupid self, they actually believe that talking that stuff is actually gonna have you raise your hand and go, I'm gonna sign up to hang out with that. These people are delusional. Like the slap in the face. Imagine telling somebody that, like, I didn't want you before because you didn't have anything. Yeah, but I liked you when I didn't have anything. I know, but I didn't want to give you, everything because I didn't want to have to pull you out of the gutter. But now that I do have the things that I want, and that's something that you want me to pull you out of the gutter. You want me to financially create this lifestyle for you. Yeah. So you couldn't do it for me. You didn't want to do it for me, rather, and now you want me to do it for you. Yeah. Nope. The Five and the thing is that the Eight of Wands in the World represents you're being honest with them now, and that they have to deal with that. And the Hierophant represents here they are being quite humbled. They're being very humbled after some of you Cancer crabs, are petty. Y'all are petty enough to actually tell these people that, like, look, I'm not going to provide for you because you didn't even want to provide for me. You ain't even want to actually produce anything to me. And it's like that, my mom provided for me my whole life. Now I get a chance to actually start providing for my mom a little bit. Not because I'm obligated to, but I want to. That's how it is. That's how kindness is exchanged. Sometimes, people got to understand, Cancer, that not everybody, you can't be so goofy to want compensation so much, be so desperate for compensation. People have to learn to get to a point where they give without necessarily always expecting or wanting to get some sort of something back. And that's where the love is. That's where the unexpected love is. Because when people have an opportunity to give back, that's when they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give back to this person. And that's a real show of love, to where you give to somebody and they don't have to do anything for you sometimes. You do for them because you understand that they'll be grateful for it, and they're really down and out in their life where they're just looking for an opportunity. You're in a position to offer somebody an opportunity. So that's what you do. And a lot of times people really often forget that this speaks volumes to their character, because a person who has the kind of leverage and love in their life to be able to do that to other people, you understand what I'm saying? That's what real generosity is about. It's not always having to look for some sort of compensation, always 100% of the time back. So let's clarify the sun and get out of here. So to clarify the sun, we have the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and then we have the Empress. So what I'm seeing here for you is you're in a situation where a lot of you need to understand that the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Empress are about how so it's a big no for you. A lot of you Cancer crabs are not hanging out with somebody who couldn't, didn't even have it in their heart to even want to be with you when you Cancer crabs legitimately, wanted to be with them. They tried to make it transactional. Everything was about the money. And the Two of Pentacles and the Empress represents, so now you don't owe them anything. You didn't owe them before, but you wanted to give to them just because you wanted to be generous. And now they want you to actually give. They're basically asking you to give them something. And you Cancer crabs are like, no, excuse me? What are you talking about? So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Overall, you Cancer crabs are going to continue to move forward, get to know other people. And you petty individuals, you Cancer crabs, y'all petty. You petty individuals, no, not really. But you individuals are going to continue to move forward. And you're not thinking about what the goofy people have to say. You don't owe them anything. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, I have 6,448 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.